Right guys, welcome back to MK Sportscars. Well, it's open day time, and do you know what? We've been blessed with this amazing weather for September, and also we've been blessed with a company of many owners arriving here, looking around. We've got MKs, we've got Westfields, we've got Tigers, we've got low costs, we've got MK Indies, we've got caterhams, we've even got some, well, performance cars turned up, M4s, Audi R8s and GT4s, and a nice purple TVR. Heading over here, what have we got going on? Lots going on. We've got more caterhams. Going to move over here. CBR 1000 MK, little caterham. Very nice Mazda Turbo as well. The Fulcrum, which will be venturing again, another project that will be venturing back into the fold. The Fulcrum, Batman's car as we call it, is awesome. Got the K20 Mazda, base car, awesome bit of kit that is, you know we built that one. Moving over here, what we got here is, hi Gary! Got Gary's car here, but it's his, wow, a special car he's built at home. I mean, that is some serious hot rod, look at that engine. Ooh, ooh, that's nice. Yeah, we got a Gix 1000, we got two other MK, we got Jezzy's Fireblade car. I mean, that thing. Jez, where have you come from? How far? Where?
Northampton.
Northampton. He's jumped all the way down here from Northampton.
92 miles.
Legend. Right, so the music's playing outside, but we're going to take you inside. What we got going on? Well, we've got the Cup 200 car there. We'll know more about that. Hook up RLM Racing as well. That race series is go, 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 go for 2023. Got the S2000 Classic here. Awesome little car, and if you want to know if you can fit a windscreen with a roll cage, well, guess what? The answer is yes, you can. We've got the RX-5 there. It's a 1.8 VVT engine. Good thing about that one, it's for sale. You could be driving that away today. What we got over here? Hiya, how you doing? All right. RX-5 MC, so it's a Mazda-based kit, R1 engine. This is prepped down ready for IVA. Stonking car, actually. It's got all the paddle shift and all of that bits on it. Got paddle shift, and we've got the old wireless buttons on the button there. Really nice carbon interior, super clean car. Move over here, we've got hashtag Ted's car. You've probably seen that. It's been changed again, actually. Roll cage going on, a few other bits, changes going on. LED light pack changing on this. Going to be doing some bits in the interior. It's also going to be having the freewheel on that as well. We've got the Dax Rush here. Well, it's the MAN Rush, actually. This has got a monster engine. Let's pop it. There we go. Why wouldn't you put an M3 in there? Quite heavy, but it's stonking. We got, over here, we've got two chassis, both Cup cars, ready to go. We've got the Striker and the Phoenix, which, as you know, we still own, and it will come to you guys. I promise you, it will come. We're going to scoot round because we're going super fast today. We got another RX-5 MC, R1 car, yellow. This has been built by us, it's almost done and ready for IVA. We've got the left-hand drive Mazda RX-5, turbocharged, 250 horsepower, monster little thing, but that's going out to Italy. Looking rather strong in yellow, don't you think? Bumblebee corner, Bumblebee corner. Then we move over here, we've got the Dax that's finished, and we get that ready, and that's also ready for IVA prep. That's got the Mazda 1.8 turbo engine in it. I think it's running something like 340 horsepower. Bonkers, bonkers, bonkers. And do you know what we're going to do now? We're going to go outside. Right, we're here at the open day, as you can see, we're filling up, and we're here with hashtag Jezzy's car, which is, I've got to say, killer, absolutely killer. Jez has done a lot of mods. So this is Jez. Come on, Jez, tell us about this monster.
Well, yeah, basically bought it about 3.5 years back. Indy Classic, 919 blade on carbs. Done quite a bit to it. Carbon front arches. Had some hydro dipping done as well. Cam cover, headlights and bits and bobs.
Very smart, very smart.
So expensive, but no, it lifts it definitely. So running on Team Dynamic 13-inch Pro Race, R888Rs. Track day silencer from you guys. Well, a bit loud when I first got it, so that's made it more pleasurable, definitely.
Now this is all the interesting fact here is at the back. Does this rear wing, look at this, Anna, does it do anything? Does it do anything? Apart
from extra polishing and a bit of detail, no, I don't think so. I just like the carbon, I like the look of it. Looks a lot of the aggressive look. So put a Westfield carbon rear diffuser on it as well.
Great looking diffuser.
So, yes.
Yeah, carbon interior. Really, actually, paddle shift.
Yeah.
Paddle shift in here. Mechanical one.
Yeah.
Any flat shifter or just straight
No,
through
no.
the gears?
So clutchless downshift and then just balance it nice on the upshift, which you sort of get used to getting done. Balancing it nice. So yeah, you still get through the gears nice and quick. So yeah, it's done about probably 5,000 miles in it in 3.5 years.
5,000 miles.
92 miles here today. So yeah, great car.
Jez has done 92 miles in a bike engine, driving it and going back. So it does show you can use them on the road.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, no, I've never had an issue with them. Like I say, you know, sitting in traffic. Yeah, they're not ideal. We're not as ideal as the car engines, obviously. But yeah, I've never had an issue with it. Touch wood. But no, it's a great car. I love driving it. I would drive this anywhere. To be fair, I've got confidence in it now. I've done a lot to it. But no, cracking. Good support from the MK guys as well. You know, doing all this sort of stuff.
That wasn't tapped up, by the way.
No, not at all. No, absolutely. But no, that's why I chose an MK, because when I was looking around, you know, I sort of like the ethos of it. You know, and the support. What the guys have done, and I think it just goes to show with, you know, upgrading now. Yeah, and also the new premises. It's really good to see the brand sort of coming on. So no, really pleased, proud I've got one, proud what you guys are doing. So
it says exactly what it is on the tin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jez, you're a legend. Thanks for coming down.
No worries, mate. You take care.
Killer car. Have a safe journey back.
Thank you.
Excellent here. Well, we're still continuing round the theme of the cars today. Well, we've got Dan here from MK Sportscars. Well, another Essex supplier. Dan, tell us about this awesome bit of kit.
So this is a V-Storm WR3. This one's our latest demo car. It's putting out 500 horsepower.
500. Only 500.
Runs a Subaru engine. Fully turbocharged. This is a fully custom race engine in this one. It's fully CAN bus. Everything's bespoke. Everything's made in-house. You know, my background is precision engineering, so you know, it's built from that point of view.
I mean, chassis looks great, colour looks great, AIM dashboard, nice bit of kit. This is a work of art. How nice is that? That gear lever.
It's going to be good, but the next one's going to be better. We've
always
got more upgrades.
We can always do better.
Yeah.
Now, the best thing about this car that's different to ours, we always say this, it's got 3 seats, guys. I mean, yourself, got 2 kids, perfect weapon. They'll have an absolute blast. Safety in this is pretty good, isn't it, Dan?
Yeah.
I mean, the chassis strong.
Yeah.
Seen Dan, he's been out on track with us as well, goes to Brighton Park, does quite a few events. What's your next event you're at? You can see this car?
Next big one, we're at the Autosport. That's middle of Jan.
So middle of January, Autosport. If not, come down and see Dan at DJC. Come and see us in Essex. You can come and see Dan as well, or come and see him at the Autosport show. Great bit of kit, fast as you like, no doubt.
Yeah, it certainly is. I'm not brave enough to find out how fast, but yeah, it certainly goes.
What's the estimated top speed, Dan?
On the dyno, 180.
180 miles an hour, guys.
Yeah.
That is bonkers.
I've been 140 with 50 to go.
Well, all I can say is thanks for coming down.
Yeah.
Supporting us.
Good
Another
day,
Essex killer.
Thank you.
Doing it great in Essex. Right, here we are back in the MK Sportscars workshop again. And do you know what we're going to kick off today with? We're going to kick off with Dax Rush. So this car, been built, we've done loads of things to it. It's getting ready for its final IVA prep. Got one little other job to do in that, and that's the emission side of it. We're nearly there with it. It's an Audi 1.8 turbo engine. So it has a little bit of fettling to do. He's running on Life ECU, so we're working with it. It's got a big old silencer on here. So noise-wise, we're pretty confident with this. It's got a big old Raceco can 7-inch massive. So we're confident with that. Everything else all trimmed and buttoned up ready to get its IVA debut, and that's just that final little hurdle on the emissions. Again, unless you've got the machine, you're not going to know, etc., what's going on. Fortunately, we do have a piece of equipment that tells us what's going on. So we're going to jump in there this afternoon and get that job done. Right, here we are, MK time. It's the Indy RR, it's hashtag Ted's car. Well, it's back from its IVA test. First time pass on this particular vehicle. So we're doing some post work for the customer now. It's come back after IVA, wants some little changes and subtleties done. It's going to set it more for a track focus car. So we did have the roll bar on it, which is down here. Did have the roll bar because that's initially what Ted wanted to use the car for, but now, well, we're bolting on the roll cage. So we just started to put that in. We've taken all the boot box out and we've taken the roll bar off, which is normally in here. And then the next job is fit the roll cage in. But these are bolt on now, so we've made it all the fittings. I know we've explained it to you guys before, but we can bolt these in so you can retrofit them afterwards. So that's one of the jobs that's been done. We've now put a nice carbon silencer on it rather than a stainless one as well. These are pretty little things that they are. It really does add a feature to the car, and also now it's had the little LED light conversion as well. We've put the indicator and halo lights in. We've done the conversion over from the standard H4 bulbs. He wanted something that's a bit more. These are really good, the indicators on these, super bright, especially if you're on the road. The visibility is really, really strong. So yeah, we've got the honeycomb mesh gone in, and then we're going to set about, it's got to have it wants some 6-point harnesses and a boot cover, and well, in fact, there's quite a few jobs that we've got to do on this list of jobs. So we'll factor those in as we go along over the next week or so. Right, so from Indy Booster to an RX5 MC R1. What we've done with this now, ready, this is pretty much ready, waiting for its IVA date. Another one, really. It seems to be queuing up at the moment for IVAs. So this one's been done, we've done all the emissions on it, we've set all of that, all the parameters, all the noise, etc. Collapsible bosses gone on, and it starts setting about all the silly things, guys, about making sure there's no really sharp edges with covers and protection in places, nut covers all in your areas, etc. as well. So don't forget about those sharp edge radiuses. Wing mirrors are set at a certain height as well for rear visibility, and it's pretty much tied up really now. It's a clean car anyway, so we can't see any problems here happening. As you can see, these are the standard H4 bulbs. These are the LED ones. Look, very pretty, very pretty. So yeah, this one's set, ready to go. I think it's going in a couple of weeks' time, so we'll give you the progress and let you know once that's gone through. And then again, I think Andy's going to be focusing on track on this car, so that'll be interesting. Right, here we go, Indy R time. It says a little 9195 blade engine car, we showed you the other week. Unfortunately, had a little mishap with the engine. New engine's in, all buttoned up now. We've got the battery cool switches in here. That's all buttoned up. It's on a little carb engine, maybe about 130 odd horsepower, somewhere in that region. Fuel injections had a bit more power. It's now been run through, gone through. There was a couple of temperature issues with it. So if you're using like DG2 dash, you can't, there's down here's a little sender. You have to make sure you put the appropriate sender that works with the DD2. This was running the standard 5-blade one. Gives you some really funky readings, which doesn't help. So we replaced that as well to make sure that the car is on the button. So we'll see if she starts. There we go, we've got fuel pump. It's got a choke because it's got carbs. We'll see if we get a little bit choke. Make sure it's in neutral. There you go. On the button. So yeah, engine sounds quite sweet actually. You've got good pressures. Nice, we'll check it on the gauge here, see what's going on. It's a good thing about the DD2. We know exactly what's going on with the engine as well. Just make sure this is good or not. We get through here, nice oil pressure, nice and high, and obviously these are stone dead cold, so you know it's been on a cold start. So yeah, sounds pretty good actually, nice and sweet. Bit of a polish and she's ready to go to the customer. Right, so we're over here at, on the Westfield. One of the jobs now, well, next jobs was, let's get it started. Let's see if this engine will run, etc. It's all been wired up now, plugged in. Throttle body's all done, ECU plumbed in, main live's all done, we've charged the batteries, etc. But we, once we got it started, we encountered a couple of little issues. Number one, big airlocks, which we kind of expect in the coolant system, filled up the header tank. But we did have a misfire. This one, number 4, was not firing. Couldn't figure out why. Obviously, you go for the standard things of plugs, coils, etc. You know, injectors, make sure it's that. It turns out, you know, it's a brand new crate engine, but the coil pack was faulty. Thankfully, we had another one on the shelf. Swapped it over, solved that problem with the misfire, which was on this one here. And now we're just set about, well, basically we did a sniff test on this as well, just to make sure the engine was healthy, because it was backfilling on here quite quickly. We might have to look at this with the air bleed back from here somehow, etc. from top of the rad, pump the system up, pressurise it, etc. So that's the next job. But the good thing is, she starts, she runs, and then we can start just going through the niggly bits. That's the next focus point, and then we start bolting on other parts.
Well, if you put the coolant in, I'll take the plug out.
How did you stop an airlock?
You take that screw out of there.
The what?
Take that screw out of there.
Out of there?
Mm.
Why, what's that?
An air bleed.
Oh, well, every car has an air bleed.
No, not every car. That's when I've got warm water, so you're okay.
You know there's loads in there because no liquid was coming out
Yeah,
for ages.
yeah.
Oh.
The only thing that can happen, just so you know around that, if the engine has a gasket problem, every time you start it, it can introduce more air into it.
Oh.
And then
So if it gets worse, you know that it could be gasket.
if it constantly does this, we're going to end up taking the top off.
So how do you check if a gasket's gone?
Our tester over there, our gas analyzer, checks hydrocarbons, unburnt fill. So if we sniff here and we get a load of hydrocarbons, generally means
Go in.
Is there a way to find where an airlock is?
normally
Normally
it'd
it's
be,
in the heater,
it'd
it's
be
in
in
the
the
highest
highest
point.
spot.
Ah.
But these hoses are red hot, so it would suggest it's nothing to do with that.
Oh.
I'm going to give it a sniff, Pete.
So if there's hydrocarbons in this test,
Yeah.
it means the gasket's blown or there's a
Means
problem?
it means it's come from the combustion chamber, and those gases shouldn't be able to get into that.
Oh, I
into that coolant.
see. And then if that's the case, you've got to put a new gasket on.
Or at least take the head off and try and figure out why.
Right.
Still nothing?
Let's give it a load of cracks.
Hydrocarbon. 0.
Check the thermostat.
Well, circulating.
One would suggest it's circulating.
Yeah, I know, but
If it did,
Circulate from the rad up
if
to
it
here.
circulated from there to there instead of from here, this wouldn't be an issue.
no.
Yeah, but in theory it should go through that hose anyway.
It should do.
We'll circulate
Right.
out.
Okay.
Put a pressure tester on it.
Know what I'm doing there.
Right, here we are, the yellow RX-5 MC, another R1 5EY powered car. Well, we've been setting about on this. You saw we started it up this week. Well, we're starting on the gear change now, has gone in. New aluminium bulkhead panel that we've made for them. It's a two-piece on this one. We do one piece as well. Aluminium one, we just got to do the cover on here. Shield start, stops and goes. Got the nice cow horn paddle shift in here for your gear change. Obviously, we've got the freewheel kit on it as well. Tunnel top to finish, but the seat's in. Started buttoning it all up. Geo's been done, it's been aligned, all of that. It's set all the ride heights correctly. Start, stops and goes. So the next job, we'll give it a little drive around the car park now. We can get the bonnet on because that's all finished. Just give it a drive around the car park, get it out to the front, out of the workshop bay here, because now it's going to be doing the emissions, checking the brakes, finishing off the exhaust system and everything else, a few bits to do on that, bracketry as well. But we're getting into the finer details of the car now, really. But yeah, yellow and carbon always look strong with a cage. I mean, it's a cracking looking car. It'll be a fast little car. I know one thing, they're always light. I mean, the last one we did was 440 kilos. With a cage, you're probably looking at about another 20 kilos more, so it's going to be somewhere in the 460 kilo range. Well, that's a light car. So looking forward to that. Right, chassis production time. Well, we've had a couple more landed. We've got a cup car left hand and a cup car right hand drive and another right hand drive chassis here, all FIA cages that are going on these particular three cars here. I mean, they're a lovely looking cage, really look smart once they're on the car. But yeah, if you're looking to get into the queue, pick up a phone call and email, you know where we are. Or if you want to know where you already are in the queue, guess what? It's up there, guys, and you can see where we're at. That's it for this week, guys. What a killer open day. Thanks for everybody who turned up here and I mean, it's absolutely been amazing. The weather's been great, so tick the box on that one. Don't forget, if you want to get into one of these cars, the Cup car especially, MSD Live, 4th and 5th of November. coming out, we can get a seat in, get a lap, get a drive in, etc. That'd be amazing. Guess what? Like, share, subscribe. Catch you next week.